is proudly brought to you by Champion Auto Glass. Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes. And CD Dodd, scrap metal recyclers.
Yes, good evening everyone and welcome to the final round of IHWA Premier League action for season 2020 and the first of our doubleheader matches here at the Perth Ice Arena. It's the Flyers Orange playing for second place and a possible home final against the Vikings, who the last time these sides met, the Vikings caused the upset of the season, only their second win of the season just a matter of weeks ago. The Flyers Orange with 10 wins, the Vikings only with 2. 21 points to the Orange, the Vikings with 5. The Vikings playing for a little bit of respectability in this 2020 season. They have struggled for form across the season, but with players like Scott Del Caro, Spencer Cooper, and their goalkeeper, net tender, Todd McLeod, they'll be in for another big showing against this Flyers Orange side, who are proving to be quite dynamic in 2020. Hazelhurst proving hard to stop on the breakaway, always on the puck. But last week, of course, the Flyers Orange, they doubled their shots on target against the Chiefs last Friday here at the Perth Ice Arena, so their attack is going to provide a really big key, and also their presence on the slot will also be vital here today. Let us know where you're watching from across Western Australia and around the world. And you can share our live stream too on our Front Row Screens Facebook page or our IHWA Facebook page if you want to get amongst all the action. First and second periods 20 minutes long, and then the final period 15 minutes. Last Friday, the Orange had to overcome a scare from the Chiefs, but they came from 3-1 down to take the points in a thriller 5-4. Thanks to some good work on the breakaway from the Ruck boys, Webster and also Rob Hazelhurst. The Vikings, they led early 2-1 in the first, but they were outclassed by the Blackhawks over in Coburn 6-2, despite Kayuchi proving hard to stop early on in the game. Some of the keys for the Flyers Orange. We mentioned Hazelhurst, hard to stop, always plays the puck on the wings to allow traffic into the low slot and is down to good control and defence to start with. But the Flyers Orange, they can't get complacent in the first period. The start against the Chiefs last week was not in their plan. They need to start steadily and use the puck a little more effectively. And the Vikings, well, they need to restrict the scoring chances in the defensive zone by getting Ryan and Nicholson on the same line. Both are good defenders, and they also need a bit more minutes on the ice too. Another must will be a clean sheet for Todd McLeod. He's conceded an average of about 3 or 4 goals in a match, and he has to read the puck well in the opposition attack. He needs to be on his zen tonight if he wants to blanket the Flyers Orange attack. But also that presence on the slot needs to be carried by guys like Humiston and Hamilton, who lead the goal scoring. And if they can get big bags of goals, maybe an upset could be on the cards. So the opening face-off is going to be between Moffat and Kieran Webster. Oh no, it's Riley Langle, I should say. Langle and Moffat set to do battle. The beginning of the final round of IHWA Premier League action is underway. The Flyers Orange get first use of the puck, having won the face-off. Webster, they're into attack straight away. Ruck, that's a Potvin. His shot blocked off there by a couple of Vikings. Kayuchi was one of them. From behind the goal line, good pressure there by Webster. Nice little bit of stick checking. On the outer point, long shot. Missing to the left-hand side of the goals. Pieper out of defence. But again, that presence on the low slot's going to be vital. Jake Ruck put under a little bit of pressure there from Hamilton. It's that defence for the Vikings that's going to be ever so crucial in this game. Pieper. Wrist shot from along the boards. And again, that presence on the slot. Lodge shoots, and in the crease is the goalkeeper there, McLeod, who makes the save. Again, the Vikings defence really needing a bit of a tune-up after what had been quite a gutsy first period, but it all fell apart in the second and third, and they were outclassed 6-2 at the end of the game. There'll be a face-off on the inner wing of the Perth Ice Arena. One out there by Hazelhurst. He goes out back to Punler. Along the wings now. Hazelhurst and Tanner. Langle now, going behind the goals. Just going along the goal line, going out back, finds Kelly, but the Vikings had a little more presence behind the goal line. One of them there is Digney. Beautiful pass along the wings to Cooper. Now goes out wide, finding Wormwood. Wormwood is on the break. No, good checking there by Ruck, and allows Hazelhurst to pick up the scraps. On the breakaway, no one's coming directly towards him. Hazelhurst shooting from a tight angle, but that hit the crosspost. But the Flyers Orange, they've got more presence in that attack. Long shot, McClue off his pads. Hazelhurst again providing the opportunities in attack. Lodge close to the slot. Kelly. Again, McLeod stopping Kelly in his tracks. And the Vikings through Nicholson and also Wormald doing everything they can to try and get the puck back their way. But it's again that man, Hazelhurst, off the turnover. Wrist shot high above the goals. Well, the Flyers Orange are making a few line changes. Good match awareness there from Kairos. Kairos under pressure there from Maybe and Georgiev combining well out of defence to rescue the puck for themselves. Out to open ice. Piefer. Nice long pass along the wings, but misreading it there was Del Caro. And Maybe. Again, it's that Flyers Orange attack that is causing a few problems for the opposition. Here's McLean, centering pass to the low slot where Georgiev was. 2-on-1, pinned hard to the boards there was Maybe by Miles. The Vikings, that physicality is going to have to be a key in this game if they want to put the Flyers Orange off their attacking game plan. But Maybe was first to the puck in their defensive zone. And the Orange this time can get amongst the attack. 3-on-1 situation, but the Vikings win out that one through Piefer. Piefer again, manning the puck in the defensive zone. Good pass out there to Digney. Combining well with Jackson. But again, it's Georgiev enforcing the turnover, but it's a bit back and forth now. Miles going towards the low slot, but the Flyers Orange had a little bit more traffic there. And now they can get the puck in transition from defence into attack. Pinned to the boards hard there were a couple of Flyers Orange players. Nicholson. And Hamilton and Miles being thrown to the boards there. The Orange trying to ease the pressure. 4 minutes into this first period. Still 0-0 here at the Perth Ice Arena, the final round of Premier League action. A win for the Flyers Orange will secure second place. Here's Wormald, but it looked like it was offside, yes. Offside called by the linesman. And the puck will go back into the Flyers Orange attacking zone, just past the neutral line. I know it, in fact, it will go into the Vikings attacking side of the centre line after an offside. So it'll be Kelly and Mike Spencer set to do battle in this face-off. Kelly wins it out. But Jackson tries to hoist it to open ice, but goes only as far as a couple of Flyers Orange players. Good turnover there by Cooper. Again, back and forth play with the puck alongside centre ice. Lodge and Bowater combining. Webster. Oh, he's looking for the very risky shot from in front of the goal line. Slap shot. And it's in! It's gone past the goal line. That was Lyndon Lodge shooting from the high point. Tipped over the line there by McLeod, and that is Flyers Orange 1-0. As you see here on the replay, Webster going from behind the goals, and there comes the opening pass to Lodge. Slap shot from the high point, and just tipped in there by McLeod, going over the line and giving the Flyers Orange the first one on the board. Here at the Perth Ice Arena, a good start for them. Much better compared to last week against the Chiefs when they let the first 2 goals of the game go. But now they've got the first one themselves. What is a bid for second place on the ladder, because at the same time the Blackhawks are playing the Flyers blue over in Coburn tonight. The Blackhawks, well, they need a bit of a boost in their goal difference if they want to snatch second place and a possible home final. Hazelhurst winning the face-off. He goes out back to Maybe. It's back and forth. Piefer. Hazelhurst again. That electricity from defence into attack. Kelly's shot saved again by McLeod. Lucky not to tip it in over the line this time, but it will be a face-off on the Flyers Orange attacking zone. This face-off will be important as to how the Vikings will set up. They've got 3 on the low slot, but they've also got Ruck and this man, Maybe. Off the high point, shoots. Off the pads by McLeod. Good save. Pinned hard to the boards there by Kelly. Nearly going chin first there. Langle. Under a bit of pressure from Hamilton. Kelly gets it back. Saved again by McLeod on the crease. And now Kairos. Goes out to the wings, but well read there by Hazelhurst. Langle. He's got some open space on the slot. He's going to go towards the crease. Shoots. And McLeod again holds on to that one. And that'll mean the third face-off in the Flyers Orange attacking zone for the night. That's 7 minutes into this opening period. Flyers Orange lead at 1-0. By the way, it's all thanks to CD Dodd, Scrap Metal Recyclers, and for the power plays, Champion Autoglass. And of course, our broadcast partners, Front Row Screens and DRN1 Perth Radio, taking the broadcast for Perth Ice Arena games Friday night across the 2020 season. Maybe goes out the back. Hoists it towards the low slot in the direction of McLean. Goes only as far as Humiston. But again, that work by the Flyers Orange in turning it over in their attacking zone hasn't been ideal work for the Vikings. They just need to use the puck a little more effectively and go out of defence with a little bit more patience. Bob's out of that attacking zone for the Flyers Orange, but Maddow recovers, but it looked like it was offside. That'll be one against the Flyers Orange, and it'll come towards the Vikings attacking zone for this face-off on the neutral line here. That's a couple of offsides gone against the Flyers Orange, and be quite a big chance for the Vikings to try and sneak one in themselves. So Miles will have at it for the Vikings in this face-off. He wins out. That's good play from Miles. And now they're going to use it out of defence. Oh, misreading it there was Jackson, and that was an icing call, and that'll be against the Vikings, and that'll mean the puck will go all the way back to the Flyers Orange attacking zone. 1-0 the scoreline. Just under 12 minutes to go in this first period. It will be on the inner wing, this face-off. We're glad you're joining us on this Friday night. If you missed it, 1-0 the score. Lyndon Lodge, I should say, scoring the first goal with a brilliant slap shot off the high point. Tipped in over the line by McLeod. In the meantime, there is an icing call, and the puck will go back the other way for a second time. And we mentioned pre-game, Flyers Orange doubling their shots on target and therefore dominating their time in the attacking zone. They're doing the same thing again. So for those teams like the Blackhawks and the Flyers Blue, well, containing the Flyers Orange attack, especially on the low slot, is going to be the key. The Vikings winning the face-off. Puck goes out towards number 60 there in Digney. Into open ice. Behind the goal line. Nice little backhand flick out towards Jackson. Jackson under pressure there from Lyndon Lodge. That's brilliantly played. Lodge loses the stick in the process. Still behind the goal line. Webster gets first to it. He's going to go for the pass. Out to Punler. And now Ruck almost going out of the rink. Remember, if you hoist the puck out of the rink and onto the bench, you instantly get some time in the penalty box. Lodge looking for his second. Finds some open space. Looking for Georgiev. Georgiev's slap shot ricocheting there off Miller's stick. Webster with the turnover. Looking for the pass to Broadwater. The shot towards McClue again. With a brilliant save. Ruck was the man penetrating that crease and looking for the easy shot at goal, but McLeod making the save. Flyers Orange under the leadership of Michaela Fellows and Sean Cookson leading the Vikings in this final preliminary match for both these sides. In 2020, the shot by Lodge just going to the right-hand side of McLeod. Flyers Orange had more around the defensive territory. Kaiuchi, it was hard to stop early on last week in the loss to the Blackhawks. Behind the defensive goal line, misread there by Healy, allowing Kaiuchi and Miller towards the goals, but the defence of the Flyers Orange proving too strong on this occasion. Hasselhurst, great burst from defence into attack, looking for the slap shot off the high point, and McLeod again with a vital save. Again, those sudden bursts in attack for the Vikings aren't proving effective. The reason why is that they're not using the puck patiently. The Flyers Orange are not only to get greater traffic in the low slot, but also are able to use the puck a little more effectively when going forward. Not disgracing the Vikings though, but Kelly going out towards Hasselhurst. Hasselhurst's beautiful pass on the low slot, finding Langle. He shoots, and Langle gets the Orange's second. Again, down to the presence on the slot, and well set up by Rob Hasselhurst with a beautiful centering pass towards the goals, and there Langle able to get the easy wrist shot in from the low slot and get the Orange's second. Again, this start by the Flyers Orange has always been a key to their winning matches. They've always gotten off to great starts in the first period with an easy influx of goals. Lodge and Riley Langle getting the first 2 goals of the match. And there's still 8 minutes left in this opening period. The Vikings in a little bit of trouble early. Again, the Flyers Orange winning the face-off. The puck goes out to Hazelhurst. He can break away quite easily there. No, I'm sorry, that's Tanner, I should say. Tanner. Georgiev, the Vikings again under pressure. Tanner, well, would have been an easy slap in for goal off the low slot. But the puck just ricocheting off a few Vikings defenders. 2-on-1 scramble behind the goal line. A lot of sideboard pinning. The Vikings get out of it through Moffat. Manning the puck alongside the circle. Nice pass out there to Kairos on the wings. Hoist it to open ice. No icing called. But poorly set up though because the Orange are able to get this in. But Kairos off the turnover. Well saved there by McCann. That's only his second save. The puck hasn't been in that territory for a long amount of time. Georgiev, he's got to look for the centering pass, but it was offside. Well spotted by the referees. And that's a chance for the Orange gone begging to increase their lead to 3-0. Against this Vikings side who, according to some, been struggling to get a constant game plan going. Hence their record of 2 wins and 10 losses. And also a tie, but also their negative goal difference of 56. Again, the Orange win the face-off. Georgiev and maybe, shooting from the corner of the crease. But McLeod was going to make that save quite easily. And again, it's going to be another Flyers Orange face-off. But again, it's that shots on target for the Flyers Orange that just continue to mount. And the pressure also continuing to mount on the Vikings. Rob Water gets the face-off in. Shot there from the corner of the point. And that's another goal for the Orange. It might have been Brian maybe there if we could pick it up, as we see on the replay. The face-off being won for the Orange out back, but no, it was Ruck off the corner of High Point with a beautiful wrist shot. Jacob Ruck getting the 3rd goal for the Flyers Orange. And still 6 minutes to go on the CD Dodd Scrap Metal Recyclers scoreboard. 3-0 in favour of the Flyers Orange. That'll be a big boost to their goal difference. They're now above 20 in their goal difference on the championship ladder. And now the Blackhawks will be thinking, what have we got to do to top this act? Well, it's going to be a bit difficult judging by the domination of this Orange side. Ruck almost getting hooked there. Webster looking for the shot off low. But this time it's brilliantly intercepted there by Hamilton. Hamilton and Webster battling along the wings for the puck, but it's turned over. Just reading that defensive play so well, the Flyers Orange. Bowater. Pinned to the boards hard there, but allows Lyndon Lodge passing along the wings now. They're going to work it from the wings again. That's a beautiful pass there by Lodge. That's going to allow Langle the shot. And saved again by McLeod. Well, that was Bowater making the shot. And that'll mean another face-off. They're just using it more controlled, the Flyers Orange here. The Vikings, in the meantime, are just often hoisting that puck into open space and resulting in very little work in the attacking zone. Even Stevens in the face-off. Going in hard there was Hazelhurst. He was looking for the goals, but to no avail. On the low slot, here's Kelly. And Ruck shoots. Deflected off the gloves of McLeod. Hazelhurst. And now Webster. The linesman almost getting in the way there. And now Hamilton. Spencer. Flicks it back. Lodge. Hoists it into open space. Lodge gets it back. Lodge and Hazelhurst on the defensive line. Lodge looking to break away. The puck hoisted into their attacking zone from behind the goal line. Hamilton. It goes only as far as Lodge, who just plays it along the sideboards. And again, going back behind the goal line. Getting first to it there is Matto. Matto and Kelly towards the corner of the slot. Kelly was looking for the shot from behind the goal line there. But the Vikings, with greater numbers in their defensive zone, the Flyers Orange just continue to push forward and look for those easy turnovers. Cooper. And now Koyuchi. Koyuchi goes back to Cooper. That's a beautiful pass by Cooper. That's the way you got to use it. Maybe some may say spoke too soon. Spencer goes along the wings, and that looked to have been an offside call. Yes, it was. Just over 3 minutes to go in this first of our final round matches here at the Perth Ice Arena. 3-0 for the Flyers Orange, who are playing for second place. Of course, coming up a little bit later on tonight, we've got the Sharks and the Chiefs. The Sharks, well, they've got 4th place in their keeping, and they'll play the Flyers Blue in a first semi-final. That'll be an important finals tune-up again against the Chiefs, who, to their credit, have been competitive over the last month and a half. And meanwhile, here in this first game, the Vikings this time win the face-off, but Webster bracing the contact there from Digney, and it looked like there was a hook there. And the ref making the call, and that's against Webster by the looks of things, yes. And in the meantime as well, another penalty was served for number 69 for the Vikings. And the clock will continue to run as Webster will get some time in the penalty box as well. So the Champion Auto Glass power plays are in full swing for both the Vikings and the and the Flyers Orange. So they'll go 4 and 4 for the next minute or so without Webster. The shot there by Chaos, I should say, on the low slot. Will result in another face-off here. A lot of people gathered in the bleachers here and at the crossbar nearby. Always a good atmosphere here on a Friday night. Face-off being won by the Flyers Orange. Kelly. The Kelly boys combining. Pin to the boards hard there was Kelly. In a 2-on-1 situation, Moffat looking to hoist that to open ice, but ricocheted off Kelly's stick. Kelly for the shot. And saved by McLeod again. Now Ruck. And Humiston inflicting the turnover. The pass in the direction of Moffat, but Moffat just couldn't trap it with the stick. Maybe. And now Kelly almost turned over. Moffat was looking for that easy chance to goal, but again that Flyers Orange defence proving too strong on this occasion. Ruck from the corner. McLeod just hangs on to that one and make sure he keeps it on his gloves. On the glove crease, because that would have been a 4th goal. In the meantime, the penalty for the Vikings player will expire in the next couple of seconds, so he'll be allowed back on. But the clock will continue to run for Webster, because he'll spend the rest of this period in the penalty box. So now, for the next half a minute, the Flyers Orange will go in short-handed as Kelly and Hazelhurst. Hazelhurst scrambling for the puck with Spencer. Cooper comes out with it. Gets the pass out to Digney. Digney, he was looking there for Caius, but it was offside. Well spotted. But the clock will continue to count down. That'll be the end of the first period, where it's been all Flyers Orange. The team battling for second place. They will go into the second period with a comfortable 3-0 lead. We wait for the buzzer. There it is. So at the end of the first period of the first of our final round games here at the Perth Ice Arena, it's the Flyers Orange leading 3-0 over the Vikings. The Flyers Orange in their bid to retain second place on the ladder and seek a possible home final. We'll be back here at the Perth Ice Arena with all the second period action shortly.
If you need it live streamed, you need Front Row Screens. Visit frontrowscreens.com.au.
You're invited to Perth Ice Arena, Perth's premier ice skating rink. If you're into ice hockey, figure skating, a novice, or just enjoy the fun of ice skating, this is the place for you. Call or visit the website for session times. It's a great place to keep cool.
Commodore, Mustang, Camaro, Tickford. V8 supercharged diesel. We don't care what it is, we just make them better. Visit formulatech.com.au.
Welcome back to the Perth Ice Arena, where it's the Flyers Orange leading 3-0 over the Vikings. An impressive first period there. Goal scorers were Langle, Lodge and Jacob Ruck. All down to that effective use at the puck for the Orange when breaking away from defence into attack. They were able to open up a lot of low slot presence through their work along the wings of this Perth Ice Arena. The Vikings, in the meantime, they're just struggling to create any opportunities out of that defensive zone. They're turning it over quite a lot when they're at the neutral line before the offensive zone. And again, it's all down to those players, as we mentioned, Del Caro, Pieper, Moffat, and also Digney and Hamilton. They just need to use the puck a little more effectively in this second period. Another 20-minute period about to get underway here. So it's going to be Riley Tanner doing battle in the face-off for the Flyers Orange. He's going to be up against Jackson. The second period is underway. The Orange win the face-off. They flick it out back, only as far as Hamilton for the Vikings. And Caius getting a brief entry there. But again, that plan is to really beef up the traffic inside that low slot. Georgieff centering pass out towards McLean, but again, it's turned over by the Vikings. Caius has got some open space. But as soon as it's open, the Flyers Orange form that wall and close it. Georgieff. Pass out to Tanner, looking for goal number 4. And it ricocheted there off Jackson's stick. Plenty of opportunities. Very present for the Flyers Orange at the moment. McLean, he's got Punler on the high point, looking for that easy shot. But that Vikings defence having a few more numbers there. Moffat from behind the goal line, he goes out to Spencer. Spencer, beautiful pass behind the goal line, back to Moffat. But again, it's that patience. And it looked like there was an icing call there, yes. It's that patience that the Vikings are needing to play with against this Flyers Orange side, because if you turn it over against this side, more often than not, then goals will be coming against you. Face off on the Vikings attacking zone this time. Also broadcast all thanks to CD Dodd, Scrap Metal Recyclers and Champion Auto Glass. Our media partners, Front Row Screens and DRN1 Perth Radio. It'll be Webster and Miles doing battle in the face-off on the outer wing of the attacking zone. The Vikings looking for the shot there. That was Digney. That one just brushing the crossbar. The puck hoisted from defence into attack for the Flyers Orange. No icing called from behind the goal line. Cooper looking for that opportunity. They've got 4 in that defensive zone. Digney on the breakaway. Nice little flick along the wings. They need to create some space here. Going to Spencer may not have been the smartest move, because the Flyers Orange have put them under a little bit of pressure. They've got more numbers on that low slot, so they're having to go to the high point here, the Vikings. Digney hoisting that one towards McCann. This time the Vikings have another opportunity there. Miles. But McCann making the last-ditch save. Cooper. Digney, and goes back to Cooper. Not going to get the shot off the high point here. Caiucci. Digney with a backhand flick out to Miles. He's got Caiucci on open space on the high point. Cooper just couldn't trap it there. Webster hoisting the puck towards open ice. No icing called, but in the meantime, Miles is able to take control of the puck from behind the goal line, just manning it steadily. Flyers Orange making a few line changes. That leaves a few gaps here. Miles on the breakaway now, under pressure from Kelly. But also Georgieff, he's spending some time in the penalty box for the Champions Auto Glass power play. They weren't able to pick that up as the play was still going on. Miles again. And Cooper from behind the goal line. That work with the puck for the Flyers Orange has to be the key. The puck has been more inside that attacking zone on the right-hand side of your screen than on the left. Hoisted by Lodge into open ice. Ruck and Digney battling hard. Providing support there is Jackson. And that's smart play by Jackson to force that 2-on-1 situation and get the puck back the Vikings' way. Turned over by Kelly, the skipper. Kelly shoots. And that one's saved by McLeod off the gloves. And now the Kelly boys combining from behind the goal line. Ruck in a one-on-one contest there. Bowater looking for the centering pass on the low slot, but they didn't have enough physical presence. Digney's pass almost turned over by Bowater. Digney gets it back. They've got two alongside the centre, but again, that communication is breaking down at the moment. King. Digney, however, turns it over. Digney looking for the pass into open ice. It's in the attacking zone now. Piefer and Moffat manning it steadily. And there was a referee's whistle there. Looked like a little bit of hooking there. Luckily no penalty, or is there? In fact, yes, there is. That's Kelly. He's going to spend some time in the penalty box. Another Champion Auto Glass power play against the Flyers Orange. So that's 3 penalties in this game so far. This time the skipper of the Flyers Orange, Kelly, is going to spend the next 2 minutes in the box. And they'll go 5-on-4, the Orange. That traffic on the low slot's going to be a key here if they don't want to leak a short-handed goal. Hamilton shoots. Just ricocheted off McCann's glove there. And now the Vikings have the opportunity. Moffat towards the low slot there. Humiston was present, but they were just outmanned in the area by the Flyers Orange defence. A good pass in the direction of Moffat, but that's icing. That's an icing call. Some of the players aren't happy with it. But the puck will go all the way back to the Flyers Orange attacking zone. And this will be good for the Orange because it continues to run down the clock on Ben Kelly's penalty. Bob Kelly's penalty, I should say. The face-off on the inner wing of the Flyers Orange attacking zone. Webster, who served the end of that first period in the penalty box. Face-off won by the Orange as they go out back. The puck past centre ice. Potvin. His pass turned over. Kyrus. And Moffat. A little bit of stick checking going on there. But well played by Piefer. Keeping the puck at his disposal. Kyrus. Moffat. Hoisting the puck. That one well over the goal poles. Piefer and Kyrus. Kyrus looking for some space on the slot. Hamilton just couldn't trap it. And that allows Webster on the breakaway. Centering pass out to Ruck on the slot. Just couldn't get the stick under control. Webster. Ruck off the high point. He goes for the pass. Lodge. Got some space. Going to the slot. Webster. Centering pass to Lodge. Well, that was a bit of a fresh area if you saw that. That's an opportunity wasted by the Orange to increase their lead to 4. But the Orange are able to recover, however. Ruck combines with Hasselhurst. Looking to set up an opportunity on the slot. He's got two of them in the high area. But it's turned over. White and Miles. Pinned to the benches there was maybe. But now Hasselhurst again. He's been everywhere. Not in this game, but all across the season. Now Langle. Langle out to Hasselhurst. He's got to look for Lodge on the high point. He elects not to go in that direction. Hasselhurst again. Looking to settle it down. Hoist it towards the goals. Kelly. There was a referee's call. Looked like there was a bit of slashing going on there. Will there be some more time in the penalty box for an Orange player? The answer will likely be no. In fact, no. It's going to go against the Vikings, in fact. So that'll be another penalty to Miles. Another Champions Auto Glass power play. This time, it's going to be in favour of the Flyers Orange here. So they'll go 5-on-4 again. And that was for an obvious slash. So that'll be Miles spending 2 minutes in the penalty box. 5-on-4. All the penalties have been killed off so far in this match. Webster. He's got maybe in support on the middle point. Elects not to go there. Webster's left himself open there. The puck hoisted there by Miller. And towards open ice on the defensive zone. Maybe. Got to try and offer a breakaway here. He elects to go out wide to the wings. Webster just ricocheting off his skates. But recovers and gets the pass out to Maybe. On the inner wing. Goes past one. Goes past two. Can't go for the split. Shot towards the goals by Kelly. But it's brilliantly saved there by McLeod. And that'll mean another face-off on the Flyers' orange attacking zone. It's been a bit even Stevens so far in this second period. Both sides have had a bit of time in their attacking zone, but shots on target have offered no reward. Face-off being won by the Vikings. Hoisted to open ice. No icing called. The referee's saying get on with it. Lodge. Goes that back. Punler. Finding Langle. Langle on the breakaway. He's looking for the shot. Goes towards Lodge and McLean. Along the end boards now. Lodge. Good pass out to Hazelhurst. Wants to create some space on the attacking zone. Elects to go to Punler. Punler hoisting it towards the goals. On the slot, Lodge off the rebound. That one again saved by McLeod. He's had a couple of good saves in that area. Punler is going to go to Hazelhurst. Again, creates that space on the attacking zone. Lodge hoists it towards the slot. Langle. He's got to look for number 2 above the pole. Again turned over. Flyers orange again piling on the pressure. Hazelhurst shoots. That one just to the right-hand side of the net. Pinned to the boards there were a couple of Flyers orange players. Hazelhurst again. He's been dynamic. Goes again for the shot. Unbelievable! Rob Hazelhurst, you are a freak. Hazelhurst from the corner of the goal somehow sneaks it in. As you can see here on the replay. Again, creating some space. Hazelhurst going for the solo effort. Going within the goal lines. And somehow he was able to sneak it in. What an unbelievable goal there. Rob Hazelhurst, that's got to be the goal of the season, you could say. As we can see here on the slow-mo, Hazelhurst just within the goal line and somehow sneaks it in. You can't script that. That is just unbelievable. But a great goal for Hazelhurst. In the meantime, the Flyers orange are able to win the face-off. It's 4-0 with less than 9 minutes to go in this second period. Tanner looking for another one. Does he get it? Yes! Harry Tanner on the solo breakaway. He's able to get some space for himself, as you can see here. Beautiful pass out there to Hazelhurst. Tanner creating some space on the attacking zone and then going towards the corner of the slot and just tipping that one in to the net, making it 5-0 with 8.5 minutes to go. Turning into an absolute procession. This second period, 3 goals in the first and a further 2 in the second for the Flyers orange. The Vikings still yet to hit the board. In the meantime, maybe his pass going in towards open ice and finding Hamilton. Only as far as Tanner, who scored that last goal. Maybe inflicts the turnover. Now he's got some space on the slide. He's got to look for another one. Goes through one. Shoots. McLeod again with the save. He's able to hang on to that one momentarily. Tanner scrambling for it. Georgiev on the slot, but McLeod's able to hang on to it on the crease. And that'll mean a face-off on the Flyers orange attack. So for the Flyers orange, all their 5 goals, individual scorers. But for the Vikings, can you believe it, still yet to hit the board. Phenomenal performance so far from the orange here. That's going to be Bowater. They'll do battle in this face-off against what we believe is Moffat, yes. But the orange win the face-off and they again go out back. Vikings turn it over. That's a good pass, but it's towards open ice. And it's icing. That pass in the direction there of Grant Humiston. He was on good air when the puck went into his direction, but it was an icing call. He was a bit unlucky. But that'll mean the Vikings will have to do it all again. Less than 7 minutes to go this second period. 5-0 the score on the CD Dot Scrap Metal Recyclers scoreboard. Shot there by Lodge. Scramble for it. Webster tips it in. Webster adds a 6 for the Orange, and that's his first for the night. As you can see, out the back of the face-off. Tipped in by McLeod. Webster was able to control, able to find some space on the low slot and just tip it in quite easily for the Flyers Orange 6th goal. And that makes it 3 in the first and 3 in the second as well for the Flyers Orange. Michaela Fellows, quite ecstatic so far with their team's performance. And it'll be a big boost on their goal difference too, because they know they do not want to play the Blackhawks possibly in Coburn come finals time in October. They want to play it right here in Perth. But who knows what might happen. Another face-off being won by the Flyers Orange. It's been their game. They've controlled it on their terms. Webster, past centre ice. He's on the breakaway. He's got Bowater and Ruck in space. Goes to Bowater. He's just able to control it. He was looking for the pass out to Ruck, but the Flyers Orange had less of a presence inside the slot. Almost obstruction there on Digney. And they've pulled the goalie out. Want to try and curb the risk. And it's offside, yes. The goalie just getting in the way there. Just under 5 minutes to go. Over 5 minutes to go, I should say. Referee's just deliberating the penalty call. McLeod's going to have to come back. Because pulling the goalie that early in the game when you've had 6 leaked against you is quite ambitious. In the meantime, it's going to be a trip to the penalty box for Bowater, who caused that rule. So that will mean a champion all-day glass power play will come back on. Number 5. So again, the Flyers Orange will go 5-on-4. But they have not had a short-handed goal go their way. The Vikings have been able to kill off all penalties. And the Flyers Orange as well. They've been able to kill off all their penalties so far. No short-handed goals in this game. Hazelhurst looking for that long pass. It was hoisted towards the attacking zone. That was smart by Hazelhurst. Oh, Kelly getting thrown to the boards hard there by Digney. The Vikings, well, starting to boil over here. Digney gets it back, and it's on the inner wing. Miller getting involved there with Hazelhurst. Good God, we don't want it to spoil into a big Barney. Meanwhile, Kelly goes wide to the wings. Hazelhurst and Cooper. Cooper's able to retrieve that one and locate Miles. Miles, beautiful pass towards centre ice. He's in the direction there of Kaiuchi. Kaiuchi doing all they can to stop Pundler in his tracks. Both players pinned to the boards, battling hard in a scramble for that puck. The Orange come out with it, only momentarily. Cooper, good stick work. Miles shoots, and McCann just able to get that one off his glove. Spencer and Lodge scrambling for it. Spencer emerges with it. Pinned to the boards by Webster. From behind the goal line, Cooper. Digney with a high slap shot off the point. And again, well saved. Ruck, no offside. Ruck on the slot, shoots. And Ruck gets number 2. Again, Ruck was able to leave himself some open space. And that is an undermanned goal for the Flyers Orange, as we can see here. Webster, great pass out to Ruck, who just had all the rink to himself on that attacking zone and was able to tip that one in quite easily. 6-0, 7-0 I should say, for the Flyers Orange. 4 in the second period against the Vikings 0. And we've only got 2.5 minutes to go. The Vikings keen to stop the bleeding. Face off again, won by the Orange. McLean just flicks it out. Only as far as Piefer. Piefer working it along the wings now, but maybe turns it over. Maybe's pass. He's got Digney there in space. That's a King. From behind the goal line. Kelly. Pinned to the boards there. Brilliantly there by Jackson. Jackson under pressure to retain. King goes towards the low slot. But the Flyers Orange's greater presence inflicts another turnover. But maybe, and Jackson. Jackson goes low, almost losing the wheels there. McLean. And now maybe They're on the breakaway again. Could they be for one more? But well read by Piefer, inflicting the turnover himself. But back and forth they go. The Orange are able to retrieve it again. Here's Tanner from the corner of the slot, looking to centre it towards Georgiev. Scrambling for it, but his shot ricocheted off the pole. Georgiev again, looking to find maybe. Oh, down he went like a sack of spuds there by Holman. But Georgiev recovers quickly. Finds Hamilton for the Vikings. Kelly, he was looking for the slap shot, almost taking out the referee in the process. Fireworks starting to develop here at the Perth Ice Arena. And now Jackson. Jackson out to Digney. That pass, the blind pass, ricocheted there off McLean, but the Vikings are able to receive. But Kelly again turns it over for the Flyers Orange. Piefer and Hazelhurst doing battle. We're inside the last 50 seconds of this second period. Maybe shoots, well saved by McLeod. Lodge. A lot of back checking going on here. Late on in this second period. Moffat looking for some presence on the low slot. He doesn't get it. It's turned over. Hazelhurst again. What a game he's playing this evening. Hazelhurst now out to Langle. Langle goes back to centre ice, finding Ruck. Back to Rangle. Langle shoots. And a high one off the gloves of McLeod. Maybe. Piles and Langle doing a little bit of back checking there from behind the goals. They'll let the seconds tick down. And the puck goes on the low slot. It'll be stopped. But that'll be the last play. The buzzer is just about due to go. And in fact, it does, yes. The Flyers Orange, well, they've kept the bleeding going. They scored 4 goals in that second period. The Vikings still yet to hit the scoreboard. And we've only got one more period to go. It is a procession out here at the Perth Ice Arena. The Flyers Orange leading the Vikings 7-0 as we head into the third period. We'll be back here at the Perth Ice Arena a little bit shortly for the third and final period. The Flyers Orange dominant 7-0 over the Vikings.
If you need it live streamed, you need Front Row Screens. Visit frontrowscreens.com.au.
You're invited to Perth Ice Arena, Perth's premier ice skating rink. If you're into ice hockey, figure skating, a novice, or just enjoy the fun of ice skating, this is the place for you. Call or visit the website for session times. It's a great place to keep cool.
Commodore, Mustang, Camaro, Tickford, V8, supercharged, diesel. We don't care what it is, we just make them better. Visit formulatech.com.au.
Welcome back to the Perth Ice Arena, just about to get set for the final period of this final round matchup between the Vikings and the Flyers Orange. The Flyers Orange again looking absolutely dominant. They've scored 4 goals in the second period. They scored 3 in the first. They've just been using the puck more effectively. They've been getting their teammates out into open space on the attack and with greater traffic on the low slot. Also showing a little bit of physicality here and there. Scoreline 7-0 after the second period. The last period, 15 minutes as the players are getting back out onto the ice for the start of the third. The Flyers Orange will get a heavy boost on their goal difference if they keep this up, and a possible home final. And it'll be win number 11 of 2020. The Vikings, well, they'll have to produce some miracle if they want to stay in this game. They've just been utterly dominated, if you want to put it bluntly. Face-off underway. Humiston. Wasn't an intense face-off, but the Vikings had to win it to start things off. They've got it in their attacking zone now. Only momentarily. It's back and forth early on. Digney out to Cooper. Cooper just manning it steadily. Pushing the Flyers orange back. It's a good pass finding Humiston. Humiston goes direct in the direction of Kyrus. He's able to control. He's also got Kaiuchi on the centre of the low slot, but again, that defensive presence of the Flyers orange proving too strong. The puck roaming freely towards the goal line in the defensive zone. And that'll be icing. And that'll mean the puck is going to go all the way back to the Vikings attacking zone. And this will be a big opportunity for them to make any sort of scoreboard impact in this game. They've had opportunities, but they just haven't converted. But also, their work out of defence when using the puck, to be fair, hasn't been effective. Humiston wins the face-off, goes out back Kaiuchi, but again, the Flyers orange are able to turn it over. They've been using the puck quite well here tonight. Webster looking to hoist it away from centre ice in the direction of Ruck. It's a scramble for it on the high point. 2-on-2. Now it becomes 3-on-1 in favour of the orange, and Bowater wins out. Past the centre line. Beautiful pass out there, the Lodge. Lodge with the wrist shot. Tipped in. Bowater shoots and scores his first. Again, it's that traffic on the low slot proving vital for the Flyers orange, as you can see here. The breakaway, Bowater getting the short pass in. Out to Lodge. Tipped in there by McClue. But Bowater off the rebound and scoring the Flyers orange 8th of the night. Well, if you want to say it's been a possession, then look at the scoreboard. 8-0 in favour of the Flyers orange, and we've only played about a minute of this third period. They're wanting to continue that momentum wave that they had in the second. And they've scored 8 goals. They scored 3 in the first, 4 in the second. How many will they score this time, judging by their domination of this game? Well played by Tanner. Looking for the centering pass out to Kelly. Off the high point, it's turned over. This time it is Jackson. Jackson hoisting it towards open ice. It's a 1-on-1. Punler wins out that one. Punler on centre ice. Good play from the Flyers orange. They're getting good support. Langle. Manning it at the top end of the attacking zone. Now he's got some space. He's going to look for that wrist shot, but he's heavily pressured there by Jackson. The Vikings have got 4 in their attacking zone. In fact, all of their 5 are in that zone. Hoisted to open ice. On the attacking zone for the Vikings, but coming up to meet it there is Potvin. Potvin just manning it out of defence, gets it out to Lodge, but it's turned over. Digney. And he goes out to Miller and Hamilton. Hamilton from behind the goals. Hamilton shoots. McCann with a glove save. Now the Vikings have another opportunity from behind the goals. Miles. Looking for some presence on the low slot here. One of them is King. They've got 1 on the slot from each team. A little bit of stick checking going on there. That's smart by the Vikings. Outmatching them physicality in this contest. But it hasn't come to great reward on the scoreboard. Now along the sideboards, Miles. Potvin again with the defensive turnover. They're using it quite well out of defence, the Orange. And now they're on the breakaway. Tanner. He's going to look for McLean in support. Tanner went for the shot himself. Gets pinned to the boards by Digney. Miles and McLean converging on that puck to try and win out. Georgiev almost pinning Cooper to the boards. But the Vikings are able to come out of it. Moffat. The pass going in the direction of Miles. Miles just couldn't trap it with the stick. And maybe turns it over. Maybe pass out to Georgiev. Georgiev was able to read the contest a little bit better there. Goes towards the goal line. Moffat. Nice little blind pass out to Humiston. Goes back to Jackson. He's going to steadily man it out to FIFA. They're just going to try and play it steady here to avoid any more processional scoring for the Orange, but it's not going to work for them. Because again, those turnovers proving the key. Webster hoisted to open space. No icing called. Only went past one line. Jackson emerges with it from behind the goal line. High shot, Lodge. And to his left, McLeod clings onto it with the glove. And that'll mean another face-off. The clock will stop. In these third periods, whether it's a save or a penalty, the clock will not continue to run in the first period. In the third period, I should say. Well, thanks to CD Dodd Scrap Metal Recyclers and Champion Auto Glass this broadcast, as is every IHWA Premier League game. That shot off the high point there, Jake Ruck. Was saved brilliantly again by McLeod, and we'll have a repeat in proceedings for this face-off. It's going to be Bowater and Kyrus on this face-off. It's on the inner wing of the attacking zone. Lodge off the high point, looking for the pass along the sideboards out to Ruck, but Piefer got first to it. Hoisted towards open ice, and it's icing. And that puck will go back the other way for another face-off. What's going to be a must here for the Vikings as they get greater traffic on that low slot to restrict the scoring presence of this Flyers orange side. Bowater wins out. Goes out back to Lodge. Lodge off high point. Saved by McLeod. He was just able to hang on to that one, despite a last-ditch tip in there. And we'll have another face-off. That time, 18 seconds in between. So these intermittent stoppages could provide the Vikings with a little bit of relief here. Webster. Presence on the high slot. One out by the Vikings. Jackson. Passes out to Piefer. Going to try and work it along the wings. But it's turned over again. Lodge. 1-on-1. Miller. It's a scramble for it on the low slot. Ricocheted off McCann's glove there. The net tender for the Flyers orange, and Webster is going to hoist it to open space. It's going to be hung on to by McLeod. Allows Cooper to try and get some movement out of defence. They haven't been using it that effectively of the Vikings, to be blunt about their play tonight. They've just been hoisting it into open space, looking for these opportunities without passing to their targets when moving forward. That's what the Flyers orange have been doing. They've been playing it steady and using it effectively, which has been the key for this side across the season, and also play with speed. They've got good wheels, the Flyers orange attack. Hamilton loses out on the face-off, and the orange again on the breakaway. Kelly goes for the wrist shot off the high point. That one was never going to make it. And now Spencer out to King. King's pass ricocheted off Hazelhurst. He gets the turnover. Blind pass intercepted by Cooper. Spencer it was. King. And again, back and forth in turnovers. 2-on-1 for the Vikings in their defensive zone. But Langle got the better of it. Langle going towards the slot. Centering pass was intended for Kelly, but he couldn't get that puck going his way in time. And again, Langle with these vital turnovers in their attacking zone. Georgiev hoisted towards the goals, but to no avail. Kelly. He was looking for Hazelhurst on the low slot. Healy and King. Kelly moving the puck along with the wheel. Hazelhurst off the high slot. Tanner. It's a scramble for it. Digney comes out of it and finds an opening, but only brief. Well played by Langle. Get some good movement on the skates and good control of the puck, and it looked like a bit of stick checking there, yes. And that'll mean a stoppage in proceedings, and it'll also mean that there will be a face-off alongside the neutral line of the Flyers orange attacking zone here. Don't forget, coming up after this game at about 20 minutes past 9, we'll have the Sharks doing battle with the Chiefs in the last of the fixtured preliminary games before the finals. Hoisting shot towards the goals, easily saved there by McLeod. Still about 8.5 minutes yet to play in this matchup. And on the ladder before this game, the Flyers blew well. Despite what they do against the Blackhawks, they'll have top of the ladder sewn up because of their goal difference. Their goal difference proving too strong, especially after last week when they beat the Sharks 6-1. The Flyers orange, they'll have second place. McLean wanting to add more to the scoreboard. Kelly on a low slot again to McLean. Brilliantly turned over there by Spencer. Oh, no, it was Miles. Miles. Pass out to Moffat. Moffat going behind the goal line. It's a huge scramble for it above the goal line, but it was Brian Mavey with the turnover for the Flyers orange. Looking to create an opportunity here, but it's blocked off by a few Vikings players. Again, back and forth from behind the goal line. Good pass out to Mavey. Got it out to Georgiev. Georgiev, nice long pass to McLean. Under pressure there from Jackson. Couldn't get the shot off in time. On the low slot, scored! Blake Georgiev there. A greater presence on the low slot, able to wrist it in quite easily and get the 9th goal on the board. As you can see here, lovely long pass to McLean. Couldn't get the shot off in time, but the centering pass going to Georgiev, who had that presence on the low slot to easily tip that one in towards the net. And that's the 9th goal for the Flyers orange. They are looking ominous. Come finals time, it's an ideal tune-up for October action. Hey, they'd be looking quite devastating come finals time, you would say. Just a reminder, of course, if you want to share our stream, anywhere you're viewing around the world, make sure you go onto either the Front Row Screens Facebook page or on the IHWA Facebook page so you can share the stream wherever you may be watching from across the world. Now Digney, going from behind the goal line, needing to move that puck quickly. And this time, it's Cooper. Cooper from centre ice, pass out to Kairos. And it's turned over again. Time for some more, perhaps. Webster, slap shot. And just to the left-hand side of the goals. Beautiful pass out there by Kaiuchi towards Kairos, but it was offside. A couple of the Vikings not too happy with that. I have to say, it looked like a great transition from defence into attack. Nearly a coast-to-coast goal, but rightfully offside. And it'll mean a face-off on the neutral line in the Vikings attacking zone here. Under 7 minutes left of this matchup. The Flyers orange will go on to a resounding victory and sew up second place on the ladder. And the final four will be set as a result, with one game still to go. And that'd mean the Blues would play the Sharks in a semi-final, and the Orange would play the Blackhawks in the other of the semi-finals. The question will be, where? And that'll be revealed for all the WA ice hockey fans, hopefully within the next week, before finals action officially gets underway. In the meantime, Lodge from the high point, good pass there to Matto. His shot blocked off. Humisson hoists it back to centre ice. But again, it's those turnovers by the Flyers orange that are proving quite devastating. Humiston breaks away towards the slot. And the centering pass there was aimed for King, but King just couldn't control it in time. Now he gets it. He combines with Kairos. Kairos, good second effort up against the other number 19 in Hazelhurst. He's got a 2-on-1 to contend with, and that was from Punler. Shot off the high point there by Piefer. That one well wide of the net. And the Flyers orange again looking to build through this man, Rob Hazelhurst. He's scored one already. Centering pass, Kelly. But the grade of traffic on the high slot allowed the Vikings to turn it over only briefly. The shot from Hazelhurst. No, that's Kelly. Just misses. Hazelhurst again with the shot. Bodies flying in all over the ice. And that's a bit of, well, it looked like a slash there. And Kelly, not very happy. Just back-chatting the ref there. You cannot do that. And that'll mean a penalty to Ben Kelly. And that'll mean another Champions Auto Glass power play. Ben Kelly still talking to the refs. And also Punler. No, it's Punler going to spend some time in the box. No. Well, confusion reigning a little bit here. And no, Kelly's being sent off. He's being sent off. So Kelly is going to miss the rest of this match. So it's a major penalty here. Well, not only for some slashing, but also Back chatting the referees. You cannot do that in this game, I'm afraid. And also it'll mean it looks like Lodge is also going to spend some time in the box. Will he? No. Confusion is reigning here. No, it's Riley Langle. So Riley Langle will spend some time in the box. So we've got Ben Kelly sent off. We've also got Riley Langle in the penalty box. So it'll be 5-on-4 in favour of the Vikings. Despite what has been quite a processional game in favour of the Vikings, they've had a few penalties that they wouldn't want to concede. So Kelly is out for the rest of the game. Langle's going to spend some time in the box. But back to centre ice we go. The shot there by Piefer. Not paying any rewards here. They've still got the puck in their attacking zone. Hamilton. Highly pressured there. It's a 2-on-1 now. Digney, he shoots. Digney shoots a second time. Both saved by McLean. The puck slapped to open ice. Will it be an icing call? Ref says no. Vikings are able to recover. Piefer on the breakaway. No one's going directly towards him or providing him any support. He likes to go on his own, but well defended by the Orange, enabling the pressure on a few of the Vikings players, and now they're on again, only momentarily. Piefer again. His pass. Well, that was a shocker. Lodge going towards the slot. Lodge shoots. Saved by McLeod. Oh no, that was Ruck. Good pressure applied by Webster. Nice little bit of stick checking there. He inflicts the turnover. Centering pass. Out to Ruck. Looking for the shot. Good defence by the Vikings. Ricocheted off Piefer's skates. Maybe. To Webster from behind the line. He goes back to Maybe. Webster. Alongside the circle. Shoots. Well saved by McLeod. Slapped away by Piefer towards open ice. Will it be an icing call? No. Ruck. Smartly slapped away towards the boards. And the Orange will be able to build some space here. Webster. But he's pressurised there by Hamilton and Miles. And Digney. Mans it in defence. Less than 3 minutes to go. In the meantime, Langle will go back to the bench and it'll be 5-on-5 once again. The Orange back to full strength. But of course, Kelly being sent off by the referee, so he won't be taking any further part in the match. Cooper goes for the pass out wide to Digney. They're just manning it behind the net. They're going to try and look for those easy opportunities. Ruck momentarily had them under pressure here. Spencer turned over. Bowater. Good game he's played. The puck read by Webster. Centering pass. Ruck shoots and scores. An easy one. That's Jacob Ruck's third. That's a hat-trick for Jacob Ruck. What a season he is having in offense. As you can see there, the puck ricocheted off the boards. Webster, nice centering pass out to Ruck, who was the only traffic in that low slot. And he's able to get number 3 for the night. What a season he is having, Jacob Ruck, for the Flyers Orange when he's playing in offense. The key goal scorer for the side. And his work with Webster on that offensive zone, absolutely elite. 11-0 to the Flyers Orange. They've scored another 4 goals. Will it be 5? Kelly, second attempt. That one not going near the net. Kelly putting the Vikings again under pressure. Hazelhurst has an E-beam dynamic. The pass out back to Hunler. His shot ricocheted off a few Vikings defenders. Humiston under pressure. Kelly now to Hazelhurst. Centering pass out to Langle. Langle with a high shot. It's tipped in. It's tipped in. Kelly. Well, that is pretty unlucky for the Vikings. They had 4 on the crease. But Kelly was able to tip that one in at the last moment, as you can see there. Kelly getting a little bit of stick in. And the captain is among the goal scorers. Make that 12-0. in what has been a ruthless display by the Orange thus far. Well, no, that's 11-0, I should say. So 11-0 to the Flyers Orange. And their goal difference will go up to 28 if they can't add any further to the scoreboard. Tanner. Now Georgieff and Punla. In the meantime, referee's blowing the whistle. And if we could see there, that's Kelly there. Still back chatting to the referees here. So a bit of a sensation developing here. He was sent off a little bit early on and still talking to the refs about that penalty that got him sent off. So there's a little bit of drama out here. He's been asked to go back to the lockers. Goodness gracious me. Kelly, absolutely filthy. And he's being sent to the lockers. Well, I'd have to say, it's quite out of his character there for Kelly. He's a good player, but gee, quite stiff there indeed. So in the meantime, they're going to close up the boards again. Kelly's being sent to the lockers. And a bit of a sensation here at the Perth Ice Arena. Good God almighty, you don't see that every day in a WA ice hockey game. It's one of those things that could happen on a Friday night. But it'll be a face-off on the Vikings attacking zone. As we get back to the action, 11-0 the scoreline. And also Bob Kelly, he'll spend some time in the penalty box for that obstruction that led to the other Kelly speaking back to the referees again on the boards. But the Orange still have that opportunity. In fact, Kelly will sit out the rest of this last period. McLean and Jackson scrambling for the puck, but it goes out to King. And again, that blind pass turned over. Tanner, who was among the scorers tonight. Digney pressurised there by McLean. Almost an easy turnover for McLean. And now Jackson. Just steadily manning here. They want to milk the clock, really, but I don't think the Orange would want to. Digney again. They've got 4 in that defensive zone. Goes forward this time, Moffat. And well read there by number 90 in Hamilton. Oh, that's Wormold, I should say. Wormold's pass almost turned over. Moffat. They just want to stop the bleeding, really, to the Vikings. Because it's been a dominant display by the Flyers Orange. They've scored 3, 4, and 4 in each of the 3 periods tonight. And second place will be in their keeping. And possibly a home final as well. We're counting down to the end of this matchup. The Vikings, and they'll finish their season on, let's be fair, a deflating note. Having 11 goals scored against them. Webster, time for one more. Possibly not. Ruck is on the slot. Well defended by Digney. The buzzer goes. That's it. Mercifully for the Vikings, but a ruthless win to the Flyers Orange. 11 goals to 0 here at the Perth Ice Arena. 3 in the first period, 4 in the second, and a further 4 in the third in a completely ruthless display. But also a few penalties that will possibly be debated in the days to come. But the Flyers Orange, totally dominant in this matchup. 4-0 the score, 11-0 the scoreline in total. And they will sew up second place on the ladder in a possible home final, regardless of what the Blackhawks do over in Coburn. But in the meantime, on behalf of the team here at Front Row Screens, Matt Williamson, Bradley, of course, our cameraman, and of course, our remote producers, Paul Persick, wishing you a very good evening. And we look forward to your company at about 9:20 for the matchup between the Sharks and the Chiefs. An ideal finals tune-up for the Sharks for October action. We'll see you then.